What Pokemon packs do I buy? Well, ain't that the big question. Now that cards are really expensive, you really gotta be very picky. Picky like 5-year-old me, who would only eat chicken nuggets if they were shaped like dinosaurs. And what better way to talk about which packs to open than ripping open packs during the entire video. Man, I'm such a genius. Call me Aristotle the way I innovate this space. Do I know what Aristotle did? Nope, but I could tell you what P. Diddy did. I mean, didn't do. It's been a while since I uploaded a guide video, and that's what really started off my channel. So we're gonna go back to my roots on this one. So let's start off by explaining the 4 sets that are here in front of me and what goes on in my head when I buy them and choose to rip them. But before we get started with the video, I have some really important questions for you. Do you like games? And most importantly, do you like free stuff? Because if so, I have a little belated Halloween sweet treat for you. Raid Shadow Legends is bringing back their Ultimate Death Knight. But why get the Ultimate Death Knight? Well, first of all, he's just a homie, man. He takes all the hits for your entire team, so you know he's got your back. His passive Too Awesome to Die has a 100% chance of redirecting single target damage and associates debuffs to him. He also heals himself, not by attacking, but just watching the enemy heal themselves. Is that very petty? Yes, but also very effective. And the best part? You can have him for free, but only if you're a new player. Raid Shadow Legends is one of the most popular free-to-play games. I'm sure you've heard of it, and I just love its turn-based gameplay. Now, personally, my favorite character is the Mycelic Priest Ornn. His poisoning abilities make it perfect to solo dragons and ice golems, but I don't know, he's just such a fun guy. If you haven't already, click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen to download Raid and claim some amazing starter bonuses. 2 epic champions right off the bat, and new players can pick one of 6 promo codes to get a free legendary champion. Green Warden Rourke, Alice the Wanderer, Legendary 2-in-a-Rock, Sun Wukong, Dolan Foulbeard, Ultimate Death Knight with UDKING. So here is my player name in-game so you can join me alongside my journey in playing Raid. So let's start off with good old Mega Evolutions, the latest English set. Now, because I'm in Pokemon TCG, I always make sure to rip the latest sets, no matter what it is, because, you know, it's hype. It's the new set that's going around. I will camp outside a GameStop. I'll do whatever I need to in order to get a few packs of the latest set. Mega Evolutions in particular is definitely a very hype one to pick up since it's so new and we're going back to Megas with the new game. It's funny because the past few base sets for Pokemon card, seasons, usually the base set is kind of mid, but Mega Evolutions is fire. Like, look at that cute little Strudel. I love this little Strudel drawing with his little nose there. And so Mega Evolutions has definitely been one of the better base sets in terms of Pokemon releases. Sword and Shield base is one of the was kind of meh. Scarlet Violet base wasn't bad, but there wasn't any good top hits, whereas Mega Evolutions has some really sick top hits with the gold cards and secret illustration rares, whereas there was only the Gardevoir for that one, which is still a fire card and I have it, but it made it less desirable. But this is definitely one of the better new gen base sets to open. So as a collector, I always love ripping open the new set. You can never go wrong with the new set. Now let's talk about Surging Sparks, because there's a lot of these going around now that they've begun to reprint the Scarlet Violet era, starting with Surging Sparks. I actually don't really like ripping open Surging Sparks. Don't get me wrong, Surging Sparks is definitely a top 5 set in the Scarlet Violet era. It has some of the most beautiful chase cards, like the let me grab it right over here because I have it. You've got cards like this Milotic and the beautiful Rainbow Hydreigon that's Terastallized. Like, these are some fire cards, okay? Don't get me wrong. But the reason I don't like Surging Sparks very much is because I don't have any emotional attachment to the Pokemon that are in the set. Like Pikachu, Milotic, those guys, they're not my favorite. So I don't have, ooh, that's a cool Cyclizar full arts. Like Cyclizar 2, I don't know. It just doesn't have many cards, many Pokemon that I personally love to chase. And so it doesn't appeal to me whenever I see it available in stores. Like, I'll pass up on it even if I see it available for retail price, because I know what I like to rip open, and Surging Sparks isn't my favorite. But that doesn't mean it can't be your favorite. There are some bangers in the set, okay? Alright, Destined Rivals. This is one of the most hyped sets in the Scarlet and Violet era. Now, as one of the hyped sets of the Scarlet and Violet era, it really, it fits in the category of those big sets like Prismatic Evolutions, where they're just so popular, it's hard to find anywhere. Oh my gosh! a Clamperl illustration rare. I've actually wanted this one for a long time. That's really sick. Now, my philosophy with these expensive sets like Prismatic Evolutions and Destined Rivals, which usually get picked up immediately and are wiped off of shelves and generally harder to find, is I buy it when I see it, okay? If I can get it at retail price or anywhere for a good price, I don't mind picking it up at all. Despite not having some of my favorite Pokemon in there. Ooh, Regirock EX, interesting. They forgot they got the Regis in this set. But yeah, despite not being like a personal, insane set that I like to collect and love all the arts for, I mean, it's a decent set and it's got cool cards and chases that are worth a lot of money. Like, I know that Giovanni Mewtwo card has been exploding like crazy, and even just like the raw packs have been insane. And the thing is, I like the cards. Like right here, I got the second highest chase in the set, the Cynthia's Garchomp EX, and I think that is dope as hell, dude. What a fire card. But then if we look at cards that I personally like, I bought this Skeledirge the other day at a show I went to, and I think this $18 card is better than this $290 card, and that's just personal taste. I like the Paldea Evolved starters, and I just love the Skeledirge line, and so I would rather have a card like this instead of one like this. But despite all my personal tastes, I will always pick up Destined Rivals whenever I see it on the shelves because it's so hard to find. It's a little nice hit of serotonin when I'm able to find it in stock anywhere for a decent price, and it's always going to be a pickup if I can find it in the wild, okay? But now let's look at my favorite set from the Scarlet Violet era, Twilight Masquerade, which I included in this pack opening. Twilight Masquerade was the set that got me back into Pokemon TCG. I grabbed the set, I grabbed it off the shelves at a local card store because it was the latest set at the time. I didn't even know what cards were in it, but I just knew it was the latest set and I wanted to pick some up for myself, so I did. And oh my gosh, are the arts and cards in the set my favorite all time. My all-time favorite card is that Greninja EX. And I just love the color so much. Some people say that there's too many colors going on inside the card, but my gosh, is that my favorite card ever. And just the entire line of all those cards that exists, just, I don't know. It's just such a beautiful set and one of my favorite. Like, even that Greninja EX is so sick. And we got that Clay Froakie too. I don't know, there's so many like bulk cards and EXs that I just, even though they're like little things, they just warm my heart, you know. I love them all. And that's why, despite being one of the cheaper sets and kind of passed up on, it is my personal favorite set. But don't just copy my opinion. I'm the biggest glazer for the set that you'll ever find. I just wanted to include these packs as an example of my favorite and a few reasons why. So now that we've taken a look at some sets, let's find your favorite Pokemon card sets in this next segment. So while we talk about this next part, I'm going to be opening more of my favorite set in Japanese. This is Crimson Haze, which is just the Japanese version of Twilight Masquerade, so it's just cheaper for me to buy a bunch of these packs and open them for fun. So Snomnom, how do I find my favorite set? So the most important part to finding your favorite set to open is emotional attachment. So what does that mean exactly? Well, to boil it down really simply, it was what I was talking about with Surging Sparks. It's make sure to rip open packs with Pokemon that you like a lot, okay? It couldn't get simpler than that. Now you might be wondering, how do I find Pokemon sets with Pokemon cards I like? Well, let me show you for all the very new beginners, just a quick guide on how to find them. So the easiest way to find the Pokemon you're looking for is just search up Pokemon Art Gallery into Google. And Pokemon TCG, you know, the creators of Pokemon, have a website where they listed all of their most recent sets. These are going to be all the sets that have come out in like the past two years or so. And these are the ones that you're gonna find in the stores. And so you can just go down and look at all of these. Let's just take a look at, I don't know, Black Bolt, White Flare, because that's one of the most recent ones. And the common cards will be up here, you know, but what you want to look at is all the way down here. Once they load, all of these illustration rares and secret illustration rares that you'll find nearer to the bottom. And just take a sec and look at every single card. I'm not gonna lie, if we're gonna do some hunting and researching to find which one's your favorite, you're gonna want to go on this website and just look at all of the cards. And once you find a set that has a bunch of cards with Pokemon you love, Like, let's say you're a big Superior fan, Kyurem, you like those, I mean, just Black Bolt in general, then this is it couldn't be more perfect than Black Bolt White Flare, you know? And so I highly recommend that you go in there and just look at every single set you can and look at which Pokemon you like in the sets and which cards you're actually hunting for. Because you want to be a collector, not someone who just gambles, you know, just rips open a bunch of packs. Don't just base the packs you open on what other YouTubers like. Formulate your own opinions, okay? And have a look at all those different cards that you find on those lists. But another really important thing to consider when you're looking at those visual lists is the percentage of the cards that you actually like within them. Because if you only like a small proportion of the cards inside a set, then you have to consider whether you actually want it or just want that specific card, you know? For example, here's the top hits in Journey Together, and here is the proportion of the cards that I like within those top hits. On the other end, this is Prismatic Evolutions, one of the biggest sets ever to be released in English and booming, you know, all time. It's hitting records. And this is the proportion of the highest top chase cards that I actually like from the set. And this set doesn't even have illustration rares, so the odds of hitting any of these cards is much lower than everything else. And that is why I will never rip any more prismatic packs ever again. So it's weird. You have to consider if a pack or a set has cards that you like, and you have to see what the proportion of the cards that you like is, because odds are you're not going to hit that card you want 99% of the time. So you really got to know what you want, especially if you're going to be spending so much money on these Pokemon cards. I've had some regrets in my time buying Pokemon cards and ripping open packs, because I'll just buy a set that I don't like just because it's the only thing that's available in the vending machine. And so I buy it and then I hit something that's kind of lame, or I don't hit anything at all, and I'm very sad. Oh, cool Enamorous illustration rare. Now the second most important thing about buying packs that you need to consider is whether you want to buy pack or just singles in the first place. Because buying those single cards that you like is always going to be better on your wallet 99, or I'm just going to straight up say 100% of the time. Always buy singles. If you like specific cards and you want them, just buy them. But Snomnom, you're literally ripping open packs for Twilight Masquerade when you could have just been getting the top chase in the set. Well, I already have 2 Greninja secret illustration rares, and one of them got graded in a 10. So, I followed my own advice, okay? I'm no hypocrite here. Now, with that said, Twilight Masquerade is still one of my favorite sets to open, so I'm gonna keep doing that because there's a lot more cards that I still want, and I don't care if I get duplicates. I'll take whatever I can. I just like ripping it open so much. It's also good for me on camera to do, and it's good for me mentally because I just like the set so much. Even with those extremely expensive chase cards, like the gold cards, they're a good example of extremely expensive chase cards. The gold Lucario, those cards would be infinitely more expensive to try to pull from a pack than they would be just buying them straight off raw. Because those cards, the odds of hitting one of those cards is what? 1 in 1,000 or something? It's actually insane how artificially rare Pokemon is making some of these cards. Like the white rare Reshiram, Zekrom and stuff. How artificially rare they're making these cards. And so it is always better, no matter how expensive the card. Every single card is going to be easier, you know, to just buy straight up than to cross your fingers and hope you hit it in a certain amount of packs. And that also begs the question, how many packs should you buy if you want to just rip open some packs? Because there definitely becomes a point at which opening packs is not a good idea. Because once you go past like 100 packs ripped open, like that's just a gambling addiction, brother. I hate to break it to you. I can't imagine ripping more than 100 packs. Who would do that? Me. I don't have an addiction. It's for the camera. I'm recording. This is peak content, okay? Ooh, illustration rare, Torkoal. I almost called it Tortol, but it's Torkoal. It's close enough. I like that card. That's a cozy one. But yeah, how many packs should you call it quit on? Well, personally, unless it's a card set that I really like, because if you really like a card set, you're gonna buy it, okay? Let's be honest. If you really like a card set and you like all the cards and you don't care if you get duplicates and you just love the set so much, you're gonna rip it open whenever you see it. What about those other sets that you like whenever a new set comes out, how many packs of those should you buy before it gets to like a bit too much and you're just wasting your money? Because all the time I see posts on Reddit where people spend thousands and thousands of dollars ripping open a set, and they're like, oh, I just really want this chase card that badly. And it's like, dog, it is not worth doing all of that just for one card. But what really is that point? I like to just test my luck with like a booster box. A booster box is definitely more than enough cards to test your luck with. And you know, if you get lucky within 36 packs and you hit a chase card that's worth more than the whole booster box, like a Mega Gardevoir or something crazy, then it's a good idea to just stop ripping packs, you know? Maybe finish out the booster box and just stop right there and save your money. And you know, maybe you can put that money towards more future sets one day. Because sometimes you'll get lucky and sometimes you won't, alright? That's just the nature of all. And if you're opening too many packs every single time you get your hands on them, it's not going to be worth it, man. And so I think a safe amount of packs is just a booster box. And a booster box is a lot of packs. Personally, it's usually been about 36 packs that I open of every single set. With Black Bolt White Flare, I opened about 36 packs. I had about 3 ETBs total. I mean, 27 packs. Plus, I think I also got a booster bundle, so that's 33 packs. And I'll get a booster box if I get lucky. Like, I remember Journey Together, I got a enhanced booster box for a pretty good deal. Ooh, we got the goofy Helioptile running across the water. That's one of the sillier arts. And so yeah, I think booster box is definitely the right amount of packs to get, you know, for a set. Now the third most important thing that determines which set you should buy is definitely the hit rates. Because the thing is, every single Pokemon set has different hit rates. I don't know why Pokemon Company does it like that. I guess it spices things up. Maybe because, I don't know, maybe the hit rates vary because sometimes some factories steal more of the hits from the printing sheets. I really wonder if there's like a set hit rate number, because every single time a set comes out, you need like someone with a lot of packs to figure it out. Like TCG Player usually makes a post about what their findings are by ripping open like 1,000 or something packs and averaging it out and seeing what the rates for the hit rates are. There's never like an official Pokemon Company official number of what the likelihood of getting hits are. And it varies a lot for different sets. Like Mega Evolutions has very bad SIR hit rates. It's about 1 in 100, which is some of the worst we've seen so far. I'm pretty sure Destin Rivals is also up there. And Prismatic is about 1 in 60 something, I remember. But by having a set that has a higher hit rate for SIR cards, look at that Mercargo, it just makes it a lot more fun, and it can make a set much better than another. Like Crown Zenith is one of my favorite all-time sets. Is it because of the cards? Yes, partly because of the cards. Those gold cards are amazing. They're beautiful chases. They have amazing Mewtwo. There's those V-Star cards and Galarian Gallery cards. But yeah, the Galarian Gallery cards just make it so much fun because you're going to get a hit in nearly every other pack. And that alone makes Crown Zenith one of the most fun sets to open. And so make sure to look up your hit rates every single time you buy a pack, because it really can change whether you want to rip open a set or not. So those are all the ways I basically determine whether I want to buy a set. And let's be honest, it's 99% about which Pokemon cards are in the set itself. Because, you know, you just want to buy Pokemon cards, sets that have cards that you like, all right? It's that simple. Now that begs the question, where should you buy the Pokemon cards from? Because, let's be honest, you're not going to find these Pokemon cards very commonly in most places. Like, maybe you'll get lucky in a vending machine or two, but you're not going to find Pokemon cards for $5 everywhere nowadays. It's, times have changed a lot, okay? To be honest, I can't give you the best answer on that. What I do is I just find a set that I like the, you know, Twilight Masquerade, and just buy it in bulk in Japanese. And that is how I have the most fun in getting packs myself. Let me show you how I bought my case of Crimson Haze for a decent price. eBay is generally the easiest way to find cases or mass amounts of Pokemon cards, because people will get them from distributors and just sell them online. So I searched up Crimson Haze case, because that's just the Japanese Twilight Masquerade, and I want to get a whole case of them. And let's sort by buy it now and lowest first. Let's see what the lowest one over here is. It looks like the cheapest Crimson Haze booster box case is $1,300. Now I'm sure you could get it a lot cheaper if you just bought single, you know, Crimson Haze booster boxes. Like this is only $82, and 82 times 12 is 984, which is cheaper per booster box than the cases, which is actually a little surprising. So I mean, you can just get the booster box alone in Japanese a lot cheaper if you just like ripping packs once you find the set you actually want to rip open. But I looked on TCG Player and there's someone selling it for $800, and he actually has 100% rating on 383 sales. That's a good offer, man. If I didn't find mine on eBay for like $850, I would have just bought it. This is cheaper than what I bought. So yeah, that's how I found the case that I bought. And I mean, it's not as hard as some people think. It's just eBay just is such a big marketplace. You'll find what you're looking for. And make sure, I mean, you're gonna get a better deal usually if you buy in bulk. I think for Crimson Haze, there's some cheaper ones, but like Inferno X, gosh, that's gonna be inexpensive on the latest sets. As always, thanks for watching the video, and make sure to check out Raid using the QR code right here on the screen, or by clicking the link that I'm gonna put somewhere over here to download and play today.